Hello everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning, everything. And thank you so much, Chris, for this warm introduction and huge applaud. I think you have already said each and everything, how we have started, what we did, and what kind of work that we are doing about a team, and each and everything. So everyone, today we are going to talk about one neuron, and plus we'll see what is one neuron, how it is going to solve a problem, not for one, but for all. And before starting ahead with this one neuron platform, I would like to say one thing. So जावेद अख्तर साहब ने कहा था, असारों में तलखियां बनी बात ही थी, जो हम पे है गुजरी, हमें याद सब. So with this, let's try to start and let's try to understand what is one neuron. So guys, if you can share the screen. Okay, so before talking about this one neuron, right, let's try to ask one question. Let's try to find out one answer. We as a human being, right? So we as a human being always try to explore new things. That's true. We all do this in our respective domain, in our respective, I can say, requirements. We as a human being always try to learn something. We as a human being always try to adopt something, and this is how we all evolve. And this is how we all are able to reach out to this particular place. We all know about these things. But during this journey, right, if I'll ask you a question that on your education, how much money have you spent so far, so forth? So what will be your answer? Anyone?
Anybody with an answer?
Kind of money that we all have spent during our entire education, or you are trying to spend even now. Because even as a professional, what I see is we all keep on evolving and we keep on adopting a new technology and new things. And yes, we do spend a lot of money. Plus, this is not the only thing. As we are from the tech industry, right? So we always try to adopt a new skill, new projects. We always try to explore a new dimension of a technology. And again, we always look for someone who can educate us, who can give us an opportunity, maybe in terms of experience, in terms of research, in terms of, I can say, incubation, and many more things. And it happens with all of us, right? Because this is how technology works. And cycle of each and every technology has shrunk, maybe, if I'll talk about 1990s, as it was shown, it has shown in our video. So in 1990s, whatever technology that we have developed, right, a life cycle of that technology was 10 years approximately. But now, if you'll say, a life cycle of a particular technology is just 2 years or max to max 3 years. And for sure, some new technology will come and it is going to replace the old one, right? So we are supposed to adopt those things, and yes, we always do this. But in this journey, we always look for someone that, okay, maybe some company, maybe some individuals, maybe some expert, maybe some education specialist, right? We always look for someone who can educate us, who can give us this kind of a platform or maybe a training so that I will be able to transform myself and I will be able to make a transition. And in this journey, right, we used to spend a lot. Some of us have spent maybe 50,000 INR, some of us maybe 1 lakh, some of us maybe 3, 4, 10 lakh. Some of us are working for just a certificate. Some of us looks for experience, right? Everyone? So we all have different kind of requirements. And yes, this requirement is changing frequently nowadays because a life cycle of technology has changed. And that's not 10 years. It's just 2 to 3 years, as I mentioned. And as it was shown in my previous video. So if that is the requirement, so why can't we build one centralized platform where you will be able to access each and everything without paying a huge amount of money? And this is where an idea of one neuron came into a picture, as Chris has mentioned, right? So we discussed a lot with him, with everyone, even from outside, that what is a problem inside the education industry. So yes, since last 2 years, we were trying to solve one problem that is called as affordable education. So we are trying to make education affordable, and yes, we did that. And as he has mentioned, that more than 2,500 plus people are able to make a transition irrespective of their prior experiences, irrespective of their prior domains. They all are able to make a transition. And even people who are part of INON team, right? I believe they are the first people who has made a transition. Right? All of you, most of you, I will say, more than 95% plus. So, we were able to prove ourselves that yes, we can provide an affordable education with a bomb of services, with everything in bulk. We will be able to provide you, and yes, it is effective enough to make a transition, to think about your next goal or next dream. But what is next for us? This is what we were thinking since last 1 year. And then we came up with this idea of this one neuron. So why can't we create one single neuron, one single platform where each and everything will be available, but not only that. It's not like everything will be available from the day one and that's it. No. From day one, things will be available that we know, but there is a possibility that you require something else. There's a very high chance that you need something different, and maybe we are not providing you on that particular platform. Then we have included a term called as education as a service over there. That, okay, whatever we have provided you, that's not an end of the journey, that's not an end of the things. Whatever we are providing you, that's fine. But apart from this, you can raise a demand, and we are supposed to fulfill it. And then we have created a tagline called as you ask, we provide, as you will be able to find out on this one neuron page. So we were thinking that, okay, let's try to create, or let's try to separate this entire things in such a way that maybe for adult, maybe for like a techies, or maybe for a person who is in a technical area, maybe they are from like engineering colleges, BCA, MCA, BSc, mathematics, a statistician, all of those people will be able to avail, or all of those people will be able to get one single platform called as TechNeuron. So when I talk about one neuron, so one neuron is a big concept. Inside one neuron, I can say that one neuron is a big umbrella, and inside this umbrella, you will be able to find out another multiple different kind of a neuron. So let's suppose I'm trying to cater a techies, or maybe I'm trying to cater a person who is studying in engineering colleges, or maybe BSc, MSc, as I have mentioned. So here inside a tech neuron, whatever you need, whatever technology you need, you all will be able to find out from a very first day. 100 plus courses, 100 plus programs we have included inside this tech neuron platform. And what about kids? Because nowadays, even kids would like to learn a tech. Kids would like to learn multiple things. Maybe there is a kid who is in 8th standard. So what we believe is that to complete all those like things which is available in 8th standard, it doesn't take 1 year of time. So maybe the kids will be able to complete it within 6 months. Now what next? What he will do or she will do for next 6 months? Then we come up with the idea of a kids neuron. That, okay, fine, let's do one thing. So let's try to create a kids neuron which will be available on this platform very soon, by January 4th week probably. So we were thinking about a kids, and we said that, okay, fine, so let's do one thing. Let's try to create a kids neuron where each and everything will be available just inside one single neuron. So kids will take one neuron and it's done. He or she will be able to educate, he will or she will be able to learn each and everything from a single side itself. Now, what about cost? So yes, as we all know, that iNeuron works for affordable education. That is our dream, that is our vision, and this is what we are working on since last 2 years. So we were thinking about a price, and we said that okay, fine, so we are not going to increase our price, although we are trying to provide hundreds of things, but still we are not going to increase our price. And yes, it is going to be a 6,000 plus GST, which comes as 7080 INR. So yes, we are trying to make our statement as it is, as we have started like last 2 years back. So we said that we will try to make this education affordable. Still, we are working for the same dream with a couple of toppings on top of it. Now, we have provided you, let's suppose, a video courses, and there are another hundreds of platforms who is providing you same thing. And I think we all know about it. It's nothing new that we are giving you something over here, like 100 of courses, 500 projects. We are telling you that, okay, fine, so it's an educational service, right? It's nothing new. And we were aware about it. Yes, price factor, it plays an important role, but still, it's nothing new. There are platforms who is providing you in this way or that way, but yes, it is there. So what is next? Now, what we have experienced last 2 years is that if I'm trying to make a transition, if I'm trying to get a successful career, if I would like to learn something, if I would like to do something, so only education courses, videos or certificates are not going to work at all. Because when we try to learn something, maybe it's a tech or maybe it's a non-tech, so as a beginner, for sure I need a support. I need a lots of hand holdings, day in, day out. Without it, it is not possible at all to make a transition for most of us. And this is where we have included a multiple services inside this one neuron. So first of all, what I will do is that let's try to explore this one neuron platform in a little detailed way, this tech neuron platform. So if you can go down. Yeah. So as you can see, so there are like so many number of courses, so many number of projects and videos will be available. You can go, you can check out. If something is not available, I'll tell you what to do next. So maybe after enrollment. So yes, can we go ahead with the enrollment, please? Okay, so enrollment step is very, very simple. You just have to log in. So first of all, you can sign up and then you can sign in, and you all will be able to do an enrollment in the easiest possible way. So here it is. So yes, we are going to make a very first payment as a launch of this one neuron platform. Please try to make a payment as soon as possible. Okay, so here is a very first neuron that we have purchased. Now I will be talking about what is one neuron in reality. So once you will be able to enroll, you will be able to find out all those courses which I was talking about. Like I said, there are other hundreds of platforms who is trying to provide you a same thing. There's a possibility. Then what we are doing over here, how iKnowl is trying to make these things different. As I have mentioned, when we try to educate ourselves, content is not everything. We need hand holding. We need support. Maybe at night 4 o'clock if I have a doubt. Maybe if I'm going for an interview tomorrow. Maybe I got some sort of assignment from an interviewer or from some company. Maybe I'm working in some research project. So everywhere we need some sort of a hand holding. Everywhere we need some sort of a support. And this is where this tagline comes into a picture, effectively called as you ask and we provide. And here is a demand tab that we have given to you. Now if you're going to click on this raise a demand option. So let's suppose hundreds of courses are available. But what about our courses which is not available? So what I will do over here. So here we have given you a flexibility that try to raise a request for a particular course. Let's suppose blockchain is not available. Let's suppose quantum computation is not available. Let's suppose cybersecurity is not available. That's completely fine. Like I said, so one single neuron is going to fulfill all of your requirement. So just go ahead and raise a demand, raise a request, and within 60 days of time, as we have mentioned over here, you will be able to find out that particular module, that particular new courses inside your platform. And this is where we have used a word called as OTT platform. So I think we all have a subscription on Netflix, Amazon Prime, everything. You can't ask Netflix to create a movie for you. Can you? I believe no. Right? You can't ask Netflix to create a movie, or Amazon Prime, or maybe Hotstar to create a movie for you. But here, you can ask us to create a complete course for you. And if we are not able to create, again, even in that case, you are not going to waste your money. We are going to initiate a refund. This is how honest we are, and this is the kind of honest platform that we have created over here, because we always provide a value for our money. So just ask us to create any kind of a courses inside this tech module, and yes, we are going to provide you, and that particular course will be available for each and everyone who has subscribed this One Neuron platform. Now, what's next? So let's suppose I have given you a GitHub, I have given you maybe AI Ops, I have given you maybe a cloud, AWS, Azure, or GCP, or something I have given to you. And as I have mentioned, that life cycle of a particular technology has changed. Now it became 2 to 3 years, max to max. So here, you can try to raise a demand for a new module, for a new update in an existing one. And this is something that we are going to fulfill in next 30 days of time. So 30 days, when we are saying 30 days, when we are saying 60 days for a new courses, 30 days for this new module, it simply means that is the maximum time that we have given to you. Maybe it will be available even before. Now there is a next demand that you can try to raise. So can you please go to our next demand? So there is called as topic explanation. As I have mentioned, hand-holding is much, much important. This is what we have experienced in last 2 years. And this is where our technical consultant team or support team exists. They are supporting day in, day out for 30 plus countries, people who have enrolled on our platform. So here, if you're looking for some topic explanation, if you want me to explain a topic, it's completely fine. We completely agree that even if we have given you a video, maybe you need some sort of a human touch. Although those videos are created by not a robot, it's a human who has created it, but still, if you are looking for us to explain a topic, just raise a demand and we are going to set up a meeting with you and we are going to explain you a topic in one-to-one mode. Now what is next? So, yeah, doubt clearing. So if you have any kind of a doubt with respect to anything, with respect to your career or with respect to any kind of a curriculum, with respect to our roadmap, what we have experienced is that many one of us don't know about our capabilities. Many of us think that we will be able to do it or maybe not. So if you are not confident enough, if you are looking for someone, so yes, you can raise a demand for a doubt clearing, you can raise a demand even for expert advice. Now coming to the next part, which is called as resume discussion. We have experienced, and again, my complete team, team has experienced that resume always plays a vital role. When you go for a transition or when you go for a next job, even as a fresher or maybe as an experienced person. And we have experienced that most of us don't have experience with a resume preparation. We don't know how to write a project. We don't know what kind of a technology we are supposed to mention. We don't know that how to explain our complete experience in a way interviewers are looking for. And this is where resume discussion comes into picture, because as a techie, this is important. If you are not able to create a resume in a proper way, maybe no one is going to give you a call. And that is our first point. That is a first hurdle that we all face. And yes, as we were doing the same thing in our affordable education, so here we have included that, okay, fine, so raise a demand for a resume discussion. We will come, we will discuss your resume, we will tune your resume, and then you can go ahead with your next job. Now the next demand that you can raise is mock interview. So suppose I'm a person, I'm going for an interview tomorrow, right, in my respective profile. Now I want someone to take my interview. I want someone to have a discussion with me so that I can feel confident, or I will be able to know a loopholes, and I will be able to mitigate a kind of a disaster maybe I'll end up creating in my tomorrow's interview. So yes, mock interview is a need, is a demand, and that is the demand that you can raise with us with respect to any kind of a technology, and someone from our team, someone from our side is going to schedule a mock interview. They are going to evaluate you. They are going to tell you that, okay, fine, so here is a gap. Maybe you are supposed to fulfill it, and then you can go for the next. In this way, you will not end up losing one opportunity, because sometime even a single opportunity can make a lots and lots of differences. And if you are going to lose it or make it, maybe that is going to decide your next 1 year, 2 year, or maybe your entire career. So we can't afford losing even a single opportunities, and that's a reason. So we have given you this mock interview session, that let's have a mock interview with us, and it's fine. We are going to tell you what is the gap and how you are supposed to make a preparation. Now this second last option, this is a very, very important option that we have included over here. In last couple of years, so as Chris has mentioned, that our experience is like, my experience is around 7 to 8 years, Chris' experience is around 10 years. We all know that coding, programming, this tech, you will not be able to learn just by reading our books. We all agree. And I think you all will be able to agree with the same. Suppose if I'm trying to learn some coding, maybe Java, C, C++, C Sharp, Python, Scala, Julia, whatever it is, right? Whatever we are trying to learn. You will not be able to learn, you will not be able to develop something just by learning, just by reading out books. Because we all did that in our college days, right? We all have spent a sufficient amount of time to read our books. Maybe you can become a philosopher by reading some philosophy books. That's completely fine. You will be able to get a thought, you will be able to get an idea. That's completely fine. Book works over there. But at the same point of a time, if I'll talk about a tech, by reading how to build a missile, you will not be able to build it. Unless and until you have not done something by yourself, you have not done some sort of a hands-on, you have not experimented XYZ amount of things. And this is where this very, very important option comes into a picture, called as work with iNeuron. So we, as a iNeuron, is going to open up our facility by 1st of Jan 2022, where you all are invited. You can raise a demand, you will be able to get an approval from our side. You can come to our facility, you can come to our offices. Things will be available for you. Innovation lab will be available for you. Equipments will be available for you, whether it's a drone, whether it's agriculture, whether it's a healthcare, whether it's a self-driven car. For each and everything, equipments will be available. You can try to experiment as much as you want, and then go for the next level. Because in our past 2 years, we have experienced that person who is doing this kind of experiences, person who is able to do this kind of experiment, they are able to get another level as compared to other person. So work with iNeuron. And again, these facilities will be available 24/7. Because we all know about a mindset of techies, right? So we love working maybe a late night. Maybe at 4 o'clock I would like to access our office, our facilities. So yes, you all will be able to access without any kind of a foundation, without any kind of a restrictions. As of now, in Bangalore, this facility will be available, and soon we will think of launching these things in other cities as well. But as of now, from 1st of Jan 2022, as I have mentioned, these facilities will be available to all of you. Just do your research, do your experiment, and build. Because we always believe in building something, and that is a real learning that we will be able to get. Now, not only this, many of us, again, I'm just talking about the same option. So work with iNeuron. Many of us wanted to start something like of our own, a startup, right? We all have a dream, most of us, right, to start our own startup. But the problem is, everything requires homework. Homework requires facilities, a mentors, a place, a team. So unless and until you don't have a facility, you don't have a team, you don't have a setup, you don't have a mentor, you don't have experience, if you are going to start a startup just out of the idea, so let me tell you one thing, idea never works. If you are visionary enough, it's not going to work. The only thing which works inside our industry is a day-to-day execution. That's it. Maybe you have a very good idea, a better than mine. That's completely fine. You are a visionary person. That is again fine, but again, according to my experience, idea and visions are useless unless and until you are not going to bring down those things to a execution, a day-to-day execution. And this is something that's going to build you or maybe not. So this is where, again, work with iNeuron, I would like to reiterate. So we are giving you an option for an incubation. So let's suppose you would like to start your own startup. It's completely fine. We are with you. So you can try to raise a request. You can try to raise a demand with us. We are going to ask you for a couple of things, like a paper or maybe something where you can try to submit your idea. Once you will be able to submit your idea, team is going to evaluate. They are going to allocate a facility, a place where inside iNeuron office you all can come, you all can sit, you all can interact with our team, you can take a help, you can take a mentorship, you can take a guidance from each and every one of them, and then after doing your homework, you can try to start. And if it is possible, so I think our investors are also there, so if they will start taking some interest in you, maybe you will end up getting some sort of funding. So yes, it depends. So you have to impress them, not me. So I'm not a person who can make a decision in that way, but yeah, they can do it. Now coming to the next thing, feedbacks, suggestions, right? This platform is a new one. So many things we have created in a very short period. So if you have any kind of a complaint, if you have any kind of things that you want us to improvise, no issue. We always know that we will be able to, so whatever we are able to build today, maybe we will be able to build it better than that tomorrow. And your feedback, your suggestions are very, very important in this context. And that's the reason. So we have given you a feedback and suggestion box to you, which is mapped directly to my mail ID. So whatever feedback, whatever suggestions you are going to give, it will come to my mail ID. We are going to look into it. We can ask team to execute it as soon as possible, if it is feasible. So feedback and suggestions option we have given to you. So this is all about a raise a demand option, OTT platform. So where you can ask us to create a movie for you, not like others. So yes. Now we can go to doubt clearing. So this is our facilities, these are the features we have given to you. You can suggest us if you're looking for some other features. We have a feedback and suggestion section. So you can guide us, and for sure we'll think about it, we'll talk, and then we'll try to include. Apart from this, every day. So yes, there is a facility, there is a feature to raise a demand for one-to-one. But let's suppose if you would like to join some live discussion with others, because there are many people who have taken this OneNeuron. So let's suppose if you would like to join a live doubt clearing, so 13.5 hours a day, which is going to overlap with multiple time zone. So we have added this live facilities, and here is a roster available for that particular live facilities. So where you can just click, go and join, that's it. And this will be available probably from 1st Jan 2022. You can just click and you will be able to join. You can have a discussion with a mentor, with your peers, anyone. And there is no issue with that. So this is all about, I would say, a doubt clearing. Now we can try to get into one of the courses and then we can see how it works. So can you please go into one of the courses? Fine. So let's go to Linux. So here is your dashboard for one of those courses. So in every courses, you will be able to find out a video lectures. So can you please click on one video lecture? Thank you. So here, you will be able to find out a particular lecture, its resources, if it is available, plus you will be able to find out a discussion. Yeah. If you have to discuss with your peers, if you have to discuss with someone else, you can just try to make a comments over here. And for sure, you can initiate an internal discussion about a particular video on this platform itself. If there is some resources, you will be able to find the resources inside this video. So can you please go back? There are so many features which is given inside our players itself, so you can try to explore. In every courses, you will be able to find out an assignment for your self-evaluation. So you can just click in every section, a multiple assignments will be available. How to submit assignment, all those provisions are given to you inside a dashboard itself. Now can you please go to a quiz? Now in every section, you will be able to find out a quiz everywhere. Now can you please go to the course analytics? So here, you will be able to find out a course analytics. All of you. So what is the video progress, what is the assignment progress, what is a quiz progress, plus for every individual courses, you all can generate a certificate. We all know that we try to pay maybe 1 lakh rupees, 4 lakh rupees somewhere just for the certification. So yes, certification is available for you. And again, it's under your control. You can try to complete each and everything, assignment, videos, quizzes, and you will be able to generate a certificate. Let's suppose you are looking for a certificate in a course that you want and that course is not available over here. Raise a demand. We are going to provide you that particular courses over here. And again, for the same, you will be able to generate a certificate in the same platform. Plus, if there are more than one user who has logged in into this platform, you will be able to find out a leaderboard as well. So leaderboard will not be visible if no one is watching this thing. So as we have launched just now, so maybe after a couple of minutes or hours, you will be able to see even a leaderboard. So this is a structure, a very simple hierarchy and a very simple structure of this one, which you can try to avail. You can access this entire things even in mobile. So this entire website is compatible with a mobile device as well. And soon we are going to launch our app. But yes, as of now, those who would like to access this particular platform in their mobile devices, just feel free to access it. And let us know if you are able to find out some bug. That's completely fine. So can you please go back? Okay, so this is all about the courses. Now, what we always believe is, like I said, in technology, in education, books and learnings is not going to give you any kind of a benefit unless and until you are not going to really work in some industry grade project. Unless and until you are not going to make your hands dirty. It is not going to help you out. And keeping these things in our mind, we have opened up our internship program. So can you please go to the internship dashboard? So here you will be able to find out internships. So let's suppose I have a gap. I have a gap of 4 year, 3 year. So how I will be able to fulfill my gap? And yes, we do have that kind of a crowd. So who is having a gap? And like I said, so we are always working for everyone, not just for a set of a crowd. If someone is looking for knowledge, yes, it's available. If someone is looking for experience, yes, it's available. If someone is looking for incubation, if someone is looking for innovation, yes, it is available. Now, let's suppose I have a gap. Let's suppose I'm a person who has learned XYZ technology, but I don't know how to implement, where to implement. Because to implement something in reality, so first of all, I have to make a transition, or maybe I have to get into industry, or maybe I have to sit with someone who is doing a real-time project. So keeping these things in our mind and to remove this particular hurdle, 3 to 4 months back, we have launched this platform called as Internship Portal. And as we all know, as a part of iNeuron, that internship was an integrated part of iNeuron since its inception. A mode was different, but now we have made these things even more crisp, precise, and clear. So here, so can you please log in into our internship dashboard? So I'll show you. So here you will be able to find out a project from 36 plus domain and 20 plus technologies. And soon we are going to make a project available over here, so which can cover each and every kind of technologies. Because we always believe that work is the best way to learn a tech. If you are going to work, in one single project, doesn't matter how proficient I am, but still you will end up learning so much of things instead of reading maybe just a book. This creates a huge amount of impact. And this is what we have experienced, not with one or two, not with some outliers, with a multi-thousand people in last 2.5 years. And that's the reason, so we have this internship platform. Maybe it's not visible because of language.
They can provide the mic. I'm sure Sudhanshu has explained in detail, step by step, and I'm sure he's covered most of the doubts that as a public, students and anybody would like to have it. But otherwise, if there are any other questions, then he is most welcome. He's ready to answer.
Yeah. So any questions?
Anybody from the crowd? And you can provide the mic to them. Whoever wants to ask questions, please.
Yeah. So I think in that side.
There is, please. Okay, here's the gentleman. Please, go ahead with your question.
Hi, Sudhanshu.
Yeah, please go ahead.
This was pretty impressive presentation so far.
Thank you.
I had one question. You know, I see a lot of demand of these courses, of course, and as you mentioned, you know, the dynamics of these courses and the technology. But how actually do you bridge the gap between the content and the provide? Like, how do you get the experts? How do you get the people of that expertise if that expertise is, you know, changing so fast?
Okay, yeah. So how do we get an expertise? Because yes, we are telling you that just raise a demand and we are going to give you everything, right? And the most technologies are like 200, 500. Number of people in our team is equal to 65, right?
Exactly.
So on an average, if I'll calculate, so one person must be having a technical skill for maybe 4 to 5 technologies to fulfill that many number of technologies. I'll tell you one thing. So here, if you look into this platform, there are many people who have helped us, who has contributed on this platform, who is from a different industry and from a different backgrounds. We have a connect. For example, so if you look into Android, it's created by Ankur sir. If you will look into a big data, it's created by Saurav Agrawal. If you will talk about business analytics, it was created by Satyajit Patnaik. These are the people who is having a huge amount of expertise. Some of them are working with PayPal. Some of them are working with maybe NVIDIA. Some with some other XYZ countries. So we have a very, very good connect. Plus, in our development team, so we keep on adopting our new technologies, our new things. We keep on learning for our self-development for the entire team. So whatever we learn, just try to create it. So once we'll end up finishing our projects and our innovations, we just create it. This is how we are trying to manage. And yes, so we have like a bunch of people, a pool of people I would say, who can do this works in the best possible way.
So I had a question, like if somebody you know, wants to provide their expertise or their domain knowledge, is there a doorway for that as well?
Sorry, can you please repeat again?
So if somebody wants to contribute to it, right? Like for example, he enrolled to the course and maybe he was successful in you know, breaking through and stuff, and then he wants to provide as a content or as an interviewer or as an expert. How does that happen?
Okay, so companies, as a company, if they would like to collaborate with us, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, this kind of opportunities, so we always like a welcome. If someone is coming with the same mindset, because see, platforms are available. Now we are not supposed to worry about the platforms. We just have to create a content as much as possible, plus provide our services as much as possible. So if there is a company XYZ and who would like to like collaborate with us, so with an open hand, so we are going to welcome them. So yes, there is a place, there is opportunity.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, so again, can we show one neuron dashboard?
Is there any more questions? Yes.
Yep,
There's
please go
one
ahead.
more.
Hi Sudhanshu sir. So content wise it was nice, right? So only one question I have. Let's suppose I'm going to start a Docker. And in between of that, I found some doubt and raised the request, and some other doubt is going on, which is not getting collapse with my doubt. So in that case, I have to wait, or I have to manage with that doubt only?
No. See, we have given you a raise a request, this demand option, right? You can raise thousands of doubt. We do not have any issue. All of your thousands of doubt will run in parallel, and we are going to schedule a meeting, or we are going to reply you via a mail or maybe via a chat. Means at the end of the day, even if there is a thousands of doubt, we are going to help you out and we are going to close it.
Okay. So means in that case, means as a raiser, we should not wait for anything.
No, you are not supposed to wait for anything.
Okay.
We will always try to reduce even this 24-hour to maybe 1 hour, but that will come in future. As of now, what we are trying to give a commitment over here is a 24 hours. So within 24 hours, we are going to sort out your doubt. So let's suppose you have raised some doubt today, maybe by 10 a.m. IST, and then another doubt by 10 p.m. IST. So this 10 a.m. IST doubt will be clarified before next day 10 a.m. and this 10 p.m. IST doubt will be clarified before 10 p.m. IST tomorrow. This is how it is going to work.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So apart from this, so I would like to show you our story dashboard and plus our blogging dashboard. So can you please go inside the stories? Yeah. So this is a story. This is you can say people who have already made a transition. So we have captured a couple of testimonial. So yes, we were so much occupied. We were not able to capture all those testimonial. But if you'll go and see, you will be able to understand one very, very common thing over here is we can do anything and we can do everything. Doesn't matter what is our background. Doesn't matter how many years of experience do we have, in what domain, in what technology. Doesn't matter what kind of a career gap I have. Doesn't matter whether I'm from a tech or I'm from non-tech. Yes, if we want, we can just do it. We can always try to take a fresh start, and it is possible. And this is what we have proven over here. And this is what, but at the end of the day, only one thing which matters over here is we both have to work hard. Unless and until we are not able to achieve our target. So yes, we are ready, we are already working, and it's time for all of us to work hard in parallel so that we will be able to achieve our dream. Apart from this, so we have a blog portal, we have our job guarantee program, we have our product portal as well, which is called as iNeuron Vision. So yes, this is all about this entire iNeuron platform, and this is all about one neuron. So I would like to thank every one of you who is sitting over here, who is watching us live online. So thank you so much for making these things possible, because this kind of a platform, like I said in the beginning, that there is a chance that I have a vision, you have a vision, I have a thought, you have a thought, I have an idea, you have an idea, but your vision, your idea never works. It's just an execution, a day-to-day execution, which is going to work. And because of that, you will be able to create, or maybe you will be able to destroy something. This is what we believe in. So thank you so much, every one of you, to participate in this launch event. Hope you will like this particular platform. Hope we all are going to get so much of suggestions, so much of demands, requests. Hope we all will be able to support you. We all will be able to provide you facilities that we have committed for. You will be able to get a value for your time as well as your money by using this particular one neuron platform. And soon we are going to launch one single neuron for everyone. So buy iNeuron for all of us. And that's it about one neuron. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a great applause. Thank you.
Sudhanshu, I would like you to stay back here. While I was just discussing with certain people, while I had, on behalf of some people, I have a question for you.
Yeah, please.
While I was discussing, people are asking, do we get some kind of a certification once we finish here with a complete regular? So I think some
Yes.
people,
Yeah, so can
they
we show
asked me
the
about
dashboard?
it.
Yeah, certification, right?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, can you please project? So yes, we do have, and let's suppose there are 500 courses, there are 100 courses. With every program, you will be able to get a certification, and it's already available inside the dashboard. I'll just show you. So in between, if you have any question.
No, that was the question on
Okay.
behalf of some people. I think that will answer them.
Yeah, sure. So yes, if we are looking for certification, it's completely fine. Complete your assignments, complete your lectures, complete your quizzes, complete your projects, and just get your certificate.
So if that is there, that answers everybody.
Yeah, so see, here is a generate certificate option.
Okay.
For each and every individual courses, you will be able to find out. As of now, you will not be able to generate. If you're going to click, it will tell you you're not eligible for certificate as you have
Okay.
not completed it. So
All
yeah.
right. All right. That really explains a lot. And that's really, really amazing. And I'm sure it's really exciting for the new generation to move on with this tech platform. And thank you, Sudhanshu, for taking us for this new era of new education system. And I'm sure it's a new learning curve to the new generation as well. Don't you agree with me, guys?
Thank you so much. Yeah. Thanks
you so
everyone. Thank you so
much.
much.